In today's interconnected world, companies rely on a complex connection of suppliers, manufacturers, distributors, and retailers to bring their products or services to the market. This complicated system is known as the supply chain. The supply chain incorporates all steps involved in creating and delivering a product, from sourcing raw materials to delivering the final product to the end customer. Welcome to Business Talk, the business English podcast where we explore key topics in business and help you improve your English communication skills. In today's episode, we'll be discussing the fascinating world of supply chain management. I'm your host, Miguel Iani. Let's dive in. This podcast is brought to you by OBIS, the first and only 100% business English dedicated online school in Ecuador, offering comprehensive one-on-one courses designed to help you succeed in the business world. If you're looking to improve your business English skills, visit obschool.com. That's obeschool.com and take your business English to the next level. So let's begin with today's topic. What is the supply chain? The supply chain is a process that involves all the steps to make and sell one product. It's a journey that starts with getting the things needed to make the products, like raw materials and parts. Then the company makes the products and gets them ready to be sold. After that, the products are sent to the stores or customers. So the supply chain is like a big line that connects all these steps together. It helps the company know what to get, how to make the products, and how to get them to the right place. But before we continue diving into the details of the supply chain, let's check the glossary for this episode. And the first term in our glossary is raw materials. Raw materials refers to the basic material from which a product is made. Examples of raw materials include cotton, plastic, steel, wood, glass, and of course, coffee beans. The next term in our glossary is suppliers. A supplier is a person or an organization that provides something needed, such as a product or service. You can think of Nike, the popular clothing store. Nike makes sportswear, but they still need the raw materials to make those clothes. The company that provides Nike with the fabric to make clothes is one of their suppliers. The next word in our glossary today is storage. Storage refers to places where things can be kept so that they can be used later. For example, a distribution center for organizing and storing products before they are sent to retail stores is a good example of storage. The next term in our glossary is the word delivering. Delivering refers to the action of taking products to people's houses or places of work. As an example, you can think of all of those delivery applications you can order food from. They can take your order from the restaurant and deliver it to your place. The following term is finished product. A finished product is a product that has passed or completed the manufacturing process, but is not yet sold or distributed to the final consumer. For example, a smartphone ready to be sold to consumers or a completed car ready to be delivered to a dealership. And finally, we have the word customer, which refers to the client or the final consumer. Examples of customers or final consumers include a person purchasing clothing from a retail store or an individual buying a ticket for a concert or an event. So, knowing that a supply chain is the process that companies go through to make and sell their products, there are basically 5 main stages. And the stages are sourcing, manufacturing, transportation, warehousing, and distribution. Sourcing refers to the process of identifying and selecting suppliers for raw materials. Manufacturing is the transformation of those raw materials into finished products. Transportation then refers to the movement of goods from one location to another. Warehousing is the storage of products before they reach the end customer. And distribution is the process of delivering products to retailers or consumers. But then the question is, why is the management of the supply chain so important to companies? And the reason is that the supply chain management is important because it helps companies trace the process to make and sell their products. And by dividing this process in stages or parts, they can make sure everything they need is available to make it right. It's like a puzzle that needs to be put together correctly. If the supply chain is not managed well, companies can run out of materials or have too many products. This can cause delays and problems. By managing the supply chain carefully, companies can save money, deliver products on time, and keep customers happy. So, supply chain management is crucial for businesses to work smoothly and succeed in the competitive world. So now let's analyze one case study. Maybe you have heard of Starbucks, the world-famous coffee company loved by lots of people around the world. Let's take a closer look at its supply chain process. From the moment the coffee beans are sourced to when customers are able to enjoy their favorite cup of coffee at one of its stores, there are several important steps involved. In the first stage of the supply chain, Starbucks finds and selects the best suppliers for their coffee beans. They work with farmers from different countries like Colombia, Ethiopia, and Brazil. Starbucks makes sure the coffee beans they buy are of excellent quality and taste delicious, so they visit the farms and talk to the farmers to learn about the coffee beans and how they are grown, which helps them choose the right beans for their unique flavors. Starbucks cares about supporting the farmers and making sure that they are treated well. They want to bring their customers the best coffee possible. After sourcing the coffee beans, Starbucks takes them to their special roasting facilities. Here, the beans go through a process called manufacturing. It's like cooking the beans to bring out their amazing flavors and smells. Skilled workers at Starbucks carefully roast the beans at the right temperature and for the right amount of time. And this makes the coffee taste just right. After roasting, the beans are ground into fine pieces, and these pieces are then packaged in bags ready to be sent to the stores. Once the coffee beans are ready, Starbucks needs to get them to their stores around the world. This is called transportation. They use big trucks and ships to carry the coffee beans. The trucks drive on the roads and the ships sail on the oceans. It's like a special delivery service. The beans travel long distances to reach different countries and cities where Starbucks has stores. The transportation team at Starbucks carefully plans the routes and the schedules to make sure the coffee beans arrive on time. But before the coffee beans go to the stores, they stay in big storage places called warehouses. Starbucks has warehouses where they keep the packaged coffee beans safe and protected. It's like a giant room with shelves full of coffee. The warehouses have a system to keep track of the beans so they know where each bag is stored. Starbucks makes sure the warehouses are clean and organized. They want to make sure the coffee beans are always fresh and ready for the next step in the supply chain. When the coffee beans are in the stores, it's time for them to be distributed to the shelves. This is called distribution. Starbucks has a team of people who carefully plan and organize the delivery of the coffee beans to each store. They make sure the right amount of coffee is sent to each store so there is always enough for everyone to enjoy. The distribution team works together to load the coffee bags onto trucks and deliver them to the stores. They want to make sure that customers can easily find their favorite Starbucks coffee when they visit their local store. So, by managing each step of a supply chain carefully, Starbucks ensures that they have a consistent supply of high-quality coffee beans in their stores. Understanding the different stages of a supply chain helps us appreciate the efforts that go into bringing us the products that we love. Whether it's a cup of coffee or any other item we buy, there's a whole process behind it. So the next time you enjoy a cup of Starbucks coffee, or maybe the coffee of any other cafe, take a moment to appreciate the intricate supply chain that brings that to you. The success of Starbucks serves as a testament to the power of effective supply chain management in delivering exceptional products and experiences to customers worldwide. And that's all for today's episode. We hope you now have a better idea of how important a supply chain is for businesses and how it helps companies to succeed in a competitive world. Remember that today's episode is brought to you by OBIS, the online business English school. If you're looking to enhance your business English skills, visit obischool.com. That's obeschool.com. If you have any questions or ideas for future episodes, we would love to hear from you. Stay curious and continue your journey of learning in the English business world. Thank you for joining us today and see you next time.